Hello Leo, it's 2024, sorry. I'm just laughing at myself. I've just got a whole lot of technical stuff I've got to click before I actually start reading. I'm going to animate the chart, I forgot to do that, that's important. And what's even more important is studying these outer planets to get an overview of what's happening in 2024. Check this out, Pluto on this side of your relationships sector, Saturn and Neptune on this side. And then on the 21st of January, that powerful angular transit of the transformative Pluto into your marital sector. We see the importance of this relationship component of your life. Firstly by this transit of Pluto, and then also by Uranus, which is the ruler of this sector here in the upper part of the chart, with Jupiter, ruler of your fifth house of love affairs. So this is dominating the celestial landscape and your life at this time. Transformations to take place in the area of relationships. An eclipse on the 25th of March, there in the 11th house, my apologies, the third house, this side of the chart, the communication sector of your horoscope. And that's a karmic component of the transits, because the eclipses always fall on the nodal axis, north node, south node. Here the south node is bringing up a whole lot of stuff from your past, and it's in that triangular aspect to the stationary and retrograde Pluto. Pluto ducks its head into this seventh house of relationships for a moment and then pulls out. We also notice an eclipse, a solar eclipse in this ninth house, again triggering the communication and also the higher learning aspects of your chart, and that's going to be important for the steadying and the improvement of your marital life, long-term relationships. The triangular aspect there in June from Jupiter is a very potent and positive one, and shows that you're able to improve the relationship, fortify it, and move forward to some extent, notwithstanding these retrograde planets, because of that very positive influence of Jupiter, the love affair planet ruling this fifth house. So we see also this eighth house, Saturn and Neptune retrograde at the middle part of the year as well. Eighth house has to do with your sexuality, has to do with intimacy, and has to do with those psychological constraints that may have been impacting you for a long time. So we see how this transit of Pluto into your seventh house triggers a whole lot of transformational processes. It then retrogrades back. So you're not yet done with this. This is a very long-term transit, 12, 14 years. For those of you that are just entering into relationships, you're going to see that this is going to be a long path, and one in which a lot of the sort of activity of the planets, and for that matter your life, are going to be centered on this area, the western part of the horoscope, relating to relationships, love affairs, and the way you deal with people generally. This eighth house is going to impact your sexuality, intimacy, and the deeper components of your psychology. With Jupiter transiting this 11th house, also making good aspects. I like this aspect because, notwithstanding these rather troublesome, challenging outer transits, Jupiter does have a fortifying effect on this 7th house of marriage. It expands your opportunity for friendship. There we see in November Pluto coming back in after it goes direct into this marital sector again. And I forgot to mention the lunar eclipse in Pisces, which is this 8th house also. adding weight to the Saturn-Neptune trigger for these psychological resistances that I see here. Notice the square aspect around Christmas between Jupiter and Saturn. That's the challenge of being able to explore that area of your horoscope, wanting to expand and to move forward, but having the limiting influence of Saturn on that area, along with both of these planets, Neptune and Saturn, being retrograde for part of the year. Notice that they've gone direct at this time, and then the North Node is also going to make its way into this 8th house, probably not till 2025 here, as you can see, just in the early part of 2025. So you're not going to be done with this even this year, but this is just a hint at what you've got to work on. And we can extrapolate on that hint if you pop on over to astrology.com.au, where I've created the yearly horoscopes, the monthly horoscopes. We're going to get onto that straight away after this. I've done videos for that for you. That's at astrology.com.au. Weekly and daily readings, so you can put all of the jigsaw pieces together. Of course, there's nothing that can substitute for a personal reading. I would love to do your horoscope, prepare it properly based upon your time and place of birth, so we can identify those specific issues that are going to be raising their heads in 2024. Just drop me a line if you'd like to address that. Don't forget to subscribe. We do need your subscriptions to keep the channel going, and I look forward to seeing you again next month. Bye bye for now.